Welcome. So on today's stream, I have written out of what we're going to do today. So last stream, I literally built like a little tiny house. Um, I did play off stream, and I made basically a little bit of a sorry, not a little bit, much bigger house. Now I watched a huge video to make this house just because I wasn't bothered being creative. Um, so the house that I built, from someone else's video, uh, the person who built the house is Zero Star Builds. Um, it was a pretty decent sized house, but the resource cost on it was the the wood blocks. It was 5,000 of them. The stone blocks it was 1,300, and the fiber for the roof was 1,700. So I literally just did that off stream, built the house. I did do a little bit of exploring, just like a tiny bit of exploring, to get the hunter. So yeah, I progressed the game a little bit, not by much, but I know I should have really streamed that part. I forgot to. I kind of got a little bit carried away in the game. That normally happens. ADHD. It's a great thing. Wow, my game volumes are loud. They're very loud. Okay, I need to sort them out. I also did turn off like music and stuff just because my actual volume is very loud. That should do. Okay, sorry. What was I saying? I can't remember. But anyways, this is the house. I'll show you it from the front here. So that's the size of it. It is actually pretty big. I did like the house that obviously watching the video, that's why I did it. Um it fits in a reasonable amount. Like I still need to fix it storage here and over the far side over here. My plan is in future with this house is probably expand it a little bit and say this area here to include like a basement. Um, and then upstairs, obviously, I still have a lot of work to do. And again, like I was saying, I only explored a little bit. This is kind of, I think, where we were last time. I knew the hunter was down here, so I just went and got her. She's a handy one to have. Also, I can't remember in my last stream if I had the chest piece on, but I basically found these pants in a chest. I just went back to where the blacksmith was, and these were in one of the chests that ended up resetting. This I obviously made. In terms of resource collecting, I didn't really do much. I just got, a good bit more wood and a little bit more stone. I did run out because I ended up overcrafting a few things. But in today's stream, my plan is to basically get better gear, better weapons. Although I think I'm pretty okay on weapons. But like obviously during exploring and finding them in chests, we will get more. I do also plan on getting much better food. I also do plan on going to the elixir while actually doing this mission, but first I want to obviously get better gear. I do also want to look at getting the other NPCs. I don't know if I have them for mission yet. I'm clicking everything and nothing properly. I also leveled up once, which I literally just put the skill points here. So there hasn't really been much in terms of progression. So yeah, hence why I didn't really record too much of, hence why I didn't record off stream. I also plan on upgrading this as well. And then if we get the main objectives done, my side goals would be to kind of improve the base. So in other words, like fix this kind of area where it's just completely uneven and try and level it out. I do know that I did say I might move to a bigger area. I also plan on fixing, this because it looks terrible. I will also be exploring new areas if we get to the boss by that point. And then, of course, if we've finished all of them, like today, I plan on doing a pretty decently long stream. I can agree with that. I don't want to get a bed eater, but I did because I want to stream. But yeah, the things that I have as a backup thing is expanding the base. So for instance, like adding in the areas that I was saying last time where I want to kind of separate the different NPCs into their own like little house. So I kind of want to plan that. I might try and plan it in my head as we kind of play. Also, like the backup plan as well on that is to fix the many holes that I have in my base area. Now, again, I know it's the starting area. And look, I'm not really worried about moving at the moment. Like, it could be much later on. Like, one of my options was to move here and just bring a fire shrine over here. But I don't think I'm gonna bother. I'll just get oh my god. It killed me. Sorry, my brain's a little bit all over the place. So nothing unusual there. Sorry, just reading a note there for a second. So yeah, I am going to explore a little bit today to start with. Just so, like I said, I can get slightly better gear and a few more like newer resources. I know it's the starting area and there's not really much. Foods is kind of a priority at the moment. Just because, yeah, I don't have a lot of backup here. Ooh. I did up their damage as well, by the way. Did you not? I'll just take loads of damage. Why not? I'll eventually get there. But yeah. So basically explore better foods, possible base improvement, boss definitely today. So yeah, I have a slight plan in place. I'm also really sorry if my game volumes are too loud. I'm glad that now I recognize the name. But yeah, I did stop playing Skyrim because all my saves were just deleted. I explained it in the last stream at the very start that basically what happened was all my saves are gone. For what reason, I don't know. I did go on to Steam Cloud Save, try and get them from there. I couldn't get them working. So I just decided, do you know what? I'll leave Skyrim for now. I'll probably wait and build up a mod pack and see if that actually works. Will I go back to it? I'm not sure. I really don't know. I've played it so many times. I know the game too well, whereas this I don't know very well. So yeah, I kind of want to experience, you know, all the new stuff in the game, as I was saying last time. See, it wasn't the mods that broke the saves. Like, I genuinely don't know what happened. I checked the files and everything. They're perfectly fine. So, confusion. A lot of confusion. Also, I'm sorry if I ramble and repeat a lot of things that I've already said. Again, ADHD brain. You know, ooh, piece of candy. I also should have probably have brought bandages with me. And the reason why I'm saying I need better foods is that you can see how clearly they go. I can't remember if there was anything over here. Now again, I know the game has changed a lot. Oh, there is. In terms of the map, I actually don't know how much has changed. But it, again, this world is actually really, really nice. So I don't mind exploring it 50, 60 times in a row. I'm more than happy to do it. And I know I said kind of the same for Skyrim, like I love exploring it. but it does kind of get to the point of when you've had to reset so many times, it does get a little bit repetitive. Wow, they are incredibly hard to see. Hit me with the door, what? Yeah, I tried everything that I could to fix the saves, but no luck. That actually looks like Deathly Shroud. I know it's only red because, no, I'm just gonna leave this cave. I forgot to bring a torch, I think. Yeah, I did. Oopsies. Okay, saves are gone. All saves are gone. Including my old ones where I've... No, that was PlayStation I was thinking of. On my PlayStation, I have 100% Skyrim. I've done all the quests, and for some reason I've just kept that save. But no, on PC, we're here. They have all deleted. I am really annoyed about that because, like, you know, I know I could go back and find a lot of the unique things, such as the fork and knife, which I did a cannibal build using the fork and knife. It was fun. I made them both do, I think, like 1,000 damage each. I know there's a glitch where you can just keep making potions and then upgrading gear that way to be like 30% better. Oh, sneaky. I was coming here for a reason because I did a bit of homework, and farmlands, so where I'm at right now, they're better for getting fiber, for instance. Which my brain didn't register. I've done this before many times, so why didn't I just come back and get it? Or come over and get it? By the way, I didn't actually know that there was a small farm over here. I know where there is one, but not this one. Am I being stupid? I probably am. Also, I will try my best to keep an eye on chat. I apologize if I missed comments and stuff. There. Yeah, these hay bales I've seen are actually really good for fiber. So let's test it out. They are. Okay. Also, one thing I have noticed with the newer update, stuff replenishes a lot better. So, like if I made a hole in the ground, you know, for a mine, I took notice that after a while it fully replenishes. Because when I did play, the worlds never reset, unless that was just me being completely oblivious, which would genuinely make sense because, like in my Skyrim playthrough, Dagoth ended up yeeting a body off the bloody cliff just outside of Whiterun, and I completely missed it, even though I looked directly at it. When I went back to it the next stream, I obviously went back and got it. I'm a very observant person. That's not a word. I didn't mean to jump over that. Also, I could have just done that instead of using a lockpick. Yeah, that's the right word. Okay, so there's no grappling hook up there. There is one there though, which I could have used, just proving my point of how observant I am. Ooh, the gold ring. And a new weapon. Two-handed. I don't really use two-handed weapons. And yes, I know in this it's a lot easier to just reset stuff, I think. Unless I'm thinking a completely different game. Also, another game that I've recently gotten back into is Tainted Grail. It's fun, but boy is it difficult. Like, I got to the furthest point that I've been in that game, which was to get, I'm not going to say too much on it, but basically to get the first item for I can't think of his name now. The main dude who's basically embodied in you. There's like a sword, Excalibur. So King Arthur. There we go. Jesus Christ, my brain functions very well. I managed to get like the sword and, well, not actually physically get the sword, but I did the quest to basically use the sword. I don't know how to explain it properly, really, or that well, obviously. And I found Lancelot, which again I didn't. Why did I pick up the book? I didn't like get that far the first time I played the game, and I'm trying to actually build like a decent mage archer build. I don't know why, but recently I thought that was a readable book. I should have had the red things on it if it was. But yeah, sorry. I got Lancelot as a companion in it, like a summonable companion. I'm a genius. I just took all the damage there. Yeah, so I didn't know you could actually find hidden things like that throughout the map. Now I know the game is massively based around exploring, same as like Skyrim, but it's just more of like a darker fantasy, which I quite like. Ooh, another. Okay. I really should have brought like some form of a light source. I have a light source. I'm a fool. Yeah, I also found that in a chest. When playing yesterday, in fact. Again, I didn't do too much in terms of, you know, like I said, exploring. I literally just went over here and that was it. Hey, more corn. I'm literally collecting all the fibers that I bloody can because, yeah, they're annoying. I'll just do my usual Oblivion stim.
I won't you.
Also, I was thinking about just starting an Oblivion playthrough. I did think about it for a while and I kind of decided no. I just wanted to play something that, like, again, I knew enough about, but not too much. Oblivion, I am almost completely clueless on how to. I don't know. Just do this the quicker way. I don't know why I didn't do it to start with. Yeah, so now that I got the hunter, I might actually get the hunter's gear. Basically the pants that I'm wearing right now. I'll just need to look at the stats and basically decide on where I want to go. I meant to roll that time. I meant to roll again there.
Oopsie.
So yeah, as for how long I'm going to stream, it is actually a pretty cool game. I'm just going to call you Crow now. If you haven't played it, I would actually recommend it. It'd be one of the games that I'd actually really highly recommend. There's so much to do in this game. There's so much freedom in it as well. The POIs, in my opinion, they're really good. They're really well done. You know, they made exploring the game well worth it. I do obviously prefer these kind of style games like Crafters. But I do prefer them when they have an open world and there's a lot of like priority in them. Hence why, you know, Valheim is one of my favorite games. I don't know if I have enough plant fibers at the moment. I have enough for now. In fairness, most of it is probably just going to be turned into string. This is a bad idea. Stop. Dang. Hey, I love it. So my plan was for the current base to possibly add, like, obviously an extension onto one side, rather whether that be a tower or just like essentially like a kitchen with a porch on top. Like, it'd be easily done for the fact of the shape of the house. I'm also gonna upgrade the flame shrine thingy-mabob. And also I was looking into the keys. So sorry, itchy nose. I seen that on Instagram they added like a walk, which again I need to figure out what button that is. I'll probably just look at controls in a few minutes. Get on the ladder. Don't jump at the ladder. Oh! Okay, I thought he was gonna hit that. Do not. I'm about to die. I'm going to not hit that. Hello? Oh, okay, I didn't die. Luckily. So yeah, I decided that I'd up the enemies' damage for the simple fact of I want the game to be fun, and I don't want to be going around essentially just killing everything and not taking damage. Like, obviously now I am taking quite a bit of damage. Also, every time in the top left corner on the road, I just can't help but think Shrek. I think it's Shrek. I just can't wait to get on the road again. And yeah, Pro, this map is pretty big in this game. Plenty to do though. More than plenty to do. I was also just like going on like Reddit and stuff, just looking at people's builds, and I just kind of think, how the hell have people like built a lot of these things? I mean, fair play, because I know I would not be able to do it. Currently, I would not be able to do it, definitely. And these were the places that I was talking about, the hollow crypts or whatever they're called. I'll know now in about 2 seconds. I just can't remember. Hollow halls. Okay. I also know me walking in here is probably going to be an immediate death sentence. And yeah, I'm just going to leave them open for like a minute or two, or sorry, a couple of seconds. Just so like if people want to read them, like pause the stream and read them. So I'll just read them after the stream. I am going to say I am not going to do this haul just yet, because again, I definitely want better gear. So right, went pretty far here, so okay, let me just go home because I do need to make more food. Builds are crazy, Necro. I'm gonna give you that name. Like, they're pretty insane. I do love building in this game. I think it probably has some of the best building mechanics. Like, it's really simplistic. But again, like, this house, I watched it off of someone else's YouTube video, Zero Star Builds. And, like, it's a nice house. It's a pretty good size. And what I was saying, like, for the extension on this house was to basically take off this wall. I'm going to use my little stamina circle. 3 seconds. There. Right here, where that stamina circle is. I can extend it from this corner to this corner. I could just use the bow. That would make sense. So yeah, this corner to this corner, I can bring it out to probably like about here, and then make that like essentially a kitchen, and have this part up here just completely taken out at a doorway, and have it like a balcony essentially. And then on the back side, which is almost completely bare, I was thinking of bringing it up a second level, so this whole roof would just be moved up by a complete row of um brain building blocks to make it a second story, or technically a third story because I use the attic as well. Um, and just like expanding the house backwards rather than just one side or the other or the front. There's a lot of customization you could do with something as simple as this and with very, very basic resources. And I will say I did also build this off stream. I do agree, Netbro. It is a really nice house. Like, it's a really nice size. And, like, there's room. There's plenty of room to do stuff. And like I was saying at the start here, I might take, like, this out and build essentially a basement. Now, as for what I would do in there, I'm not too sure. Like, I might do, I don't know, like an inn. Basically, do, like, a tavern at the bottom of it. So, like, if anyone's ever played D&D, like, I know there's a tavern that is in a basement, and that's where obviously most of the characters would be. I've played D&D, I love it, and so I like this game because it's very much like along the lines with the skill trees. So obviously you can choose your different categories all around here. I was thinking of again doing a battle mage, because I have actually really started to like using magic when I play D&D. Like, I would do a multi-class, so my multi-class would be fighter warlock. I did it in Baldur's Gate, and oh my god, is it overpowered. Like, Eldritch Blast, oh my god, I love it so much. Because there was a time where we were fighting one of the bosses before Bal. I think he's one of the hardest bosses in the game, like side boss essentially. Sorry, brain. And with my fighter warlock, that's the wrong chest. With my fighter warlock, I was able to basically take him out in one single round by myself. Like, I was playing with my husband, and he got downed. He nearly got killed. Here's me just like, cool, I'll just kill him. It was funny. Hold on, 2 seconds. That one's upgraded though, twice. No, I'm going to upgrade it once. No, I'll keep it. Okay, the ring that I picked up. I will definitely equip that. That is the right one. No, it's the wrong one. 20. Ooh, right. So. Oh, I could upgrade this though. I mean, it is early game equipment, so I don't know. I probably won't bother. Look in the game yet? Have you ever played So if you played BG3, have you ever done a Dark Urge playthrough Necro? Because they are incredibly fun. Obviously depends on how you go about playing the Dark Urge. You could go down the whole way of Bal, which is sadistic as but again, really fun. I would recommend it if you haven't done it. Or in my case, because I'm doing the Fighter Warlock, I actually made the Oathbreaker. I would highly recommend the game. Or if you know people who play D&D, I'd recommend playing a campaign. Like, if you play, whether that be an in-person campaign or a Discord campaign, or whatever you may use, I'd recommend doing an Oathbreaker. Just obviously learn what you need to do with said class. If again you haven't played anything D&D or you know very little on D&D, it's not overly difficult, but there's a lot of information up front. Again, I like the overload of information. It's very fun. I also need to get the merciless attack or strike. I keep saying the wrong thing. But yeah, no, D&D, it's great fun. It's great when you have friends who either know a bit or know nothing at all, but you have a good DM. Like, a DM will make or break the game, in my opinion. It doesn't matter about, the other players in it, because my partner has DM'd a campaign for myself and a few of my friends, and he's just a psychopath when it comes to a campaign. Like, we were in one of the starting areas, obviously because we were only starting the campaign, and he decided, oh, I'll give you, was it a gold dragon? We lived, just, only because I did a rogue, and obviously rogues, you have the proficiency in stealth. And I had gear that basically made my normal stealth stat 20, and then I had obviously my modifiers made it up to 20. So I think it was like 7, and then gear on top made it a lot better. Like, for a low level character, I was doing pretty well. My damage multiplier was very good because I had a pretty good bow at the time. And all I do is literally just, I'm a hide with a stick in front of my face. And it worked because, when you have your stats at a certain level as a rogue, it's just so easy to hide and do insane damage. Oh, yeah, Critical Role, like, Matthew Mercer, he's such a good DM. Oh my god, I love him so much. Like, his voice acting is really good in, obviously, Vox Machina. I'm talking about the Prime series, because obviously he voices a lot of characters in there, but also the Critical Role, the actual campaigns that are up on YouTube, and I think up on their website. Sorry, brain fart for a second there. I'm just gonna unlock this tower. Like, they're fun, and I love how, like, all the characters play their characters and become the characters. Like, Brock is one of my favorites, as well as Scanlan. He's also one of my favorites, and Bax, the rogue, he is by far my favorite, to the point that I actually have the Critical Role Bax dice. They're like a glossy blacky silver with the numbers and all that being red, and I also seen that they have a new set that just came out, and oh, they're so beautiful looking. I am a dice goblin, I will happily admit that, and on your, not as prevalent in South Africa. It doesn't have to be, solely in South Africa. If you have friends in different countries, or you want to make friends, join like forums and pages, and I'm just going to dismantle the stuff. And, you can actually build a party through these forums and stuff. Like, I still have to do it. I'm being a hypocrite saying that. Like, I've never done it, but I know it's, doable. I think there's other pages as well that you can join, and they have campaigns rolling out the whole time. Like, if you want, they're worth the research. And like, I'd love to actually start a campaign. Now, I would not DM. I don't have that much creativity to DM, but I'd love to learn how to. Like, I've gotten the D&D books and, like, the guides. I've gotten them, and I've read a few of them. I haven't read much on it. I probably should, because I'm a little bit clueless. Like, for instance, when I was playing my campaign with my friends, obviously, like I was saying, my partner DMing, I kept getting bonus action hide. Like, that was one thing that I needed to remember when playing a rogue. So because I could do an attack, and as a rogue, I think your bonus action is included in hiding. I kept forgetting, oh, I have low health. I need to kind of keep hidden. Eventually I learned to say, okay, bonus action, hide. Then I'd roll the stealth check. I would pass most of the time, again, high stealth for a rogue. Would I go back to playing a rogue? Probably. Would I recommend it to start off with? Yes, because it's easy. Like, if you've ever played like any sort of fantasy game, kind of base what you want to play off of what you play in games. So, like I said, like I like playing, sword shield, but I also like magic, but I also like archery. So, like, I could do a rogue, use daggers, use a bow. Where am I going? I'm going into this. But also I like the magic, so I multi-class it. Now, I know you can't multi-class straight away in D&D, and again, I'm pretty sure you can't multi-class until like level 5 in BG3. But when you can, I'd recommend looking into what you could multi-class, and like, even though I know there's quite a lot of information in terms of D&D and what classes do, and the attributes, I suppose, that you have in that character. Like, just see what's there, see what's best for you. Like, even just get like a player sheet, one that's already been filled in, and just kind of go, okay, this person is playing, a dragonborn that's a paladin of whatever faith. I can't really remember the faiths too well that you can pick. But like I said, I did an Oathbreaker. I knew what an Oathbreaker did, and you can become very overpowered with that because, your proficiency can be in heavy and medium armor, which, you can take a couple of hits, but also you can, as far as I know, you can use bows as an Oathbreaker, sorry, as a paladin as well. I don't know if you need the proficiency. Am I going in circles? I am not going in circles. Am I going in circles? Sorry, I'm rambling on so much about D&D that I'm actually forgetting what I'm doing. Again, it's something I quite love. Like, I'm a dice goblin for D&D. But yeah, look into classes, even if you don't plan on playing. Like, if you play like a fantasy game, you could always try and build that character to your liking. I think that's the right wording. But basically have it suit the class that you plan on playing in D&D. Like in Skyrim, I know obviously the main classes that probably most people go for is either a mage, but you're a mage with a bow because you're doing stealth archery, which is, again, overpowered in Skyrim. Like, just finding the class that you like and the class that suits you, it's a good start. Now look, you might think, oh yeah, I'll like that class. You'll play it in, whatever game it may be, and then not like it. Like, there's always the freedom of exploration into a character and how you want to build up that character, play the character, do the background, your basic stuff when starting to... Sorry, I'm trying to find the other thingy. It's up there. So yeah, explore your characters, mix match things, even if it doesn't make sense. Just have fun with it. Learn what you can do, how you can build it, improve it. Whether it just be a completely broken build that does not work at all, or it's a completely broken build and it does work and do well. I know some people like to have the absolute tank build that makes absolutely no sense and you're doing stupid damage in a really good way. Like, I know there's people that like to play like that. Personally, I don't. I like to do a moderate amount of damage and take damage. Like, I like to be able to feel like I'm not a god, but I can do the damage that I need to do. There is, again, like I was saying, there is books that can help you DM. There's many of them out there. There's even, if you want, like, there's plenty of YouTubers that would kind of give you tips and pointers to help you become creative in DMing. Like, for instance, as silly as it is, like, I'm gonna just use an example now. It's not one that I've used in a campaign before or had to do. So let's say if your DM says to you, okay, you're in a room, the room is 10 by 10, but there's a locked door to the left hand side about 15 meters away from you. He might say to you, okay, the door is locked. Like, me being me, I know how to play a rogue and I love playing rogues. I'd go up to the door and I'd kind of, I'd do an investigation check. Oh crap, my investigation, I've rolled a nat 1. Okay, DM then turns around to me and goes, okay, you look at the door and you just headbutt it. And just leave it at that. Like, it's silly things like that. It's like, think of something that's absolutely abstract. It works, it's really funny, and it helps the campaign. Or let's say, again, going back to locked door. I do an investigation, I roll a 15, but it's a 14, so obviously I pass. I know that's not exactly right, but, I do the investigation, DM turns around to me and just goes, yeah, it's a door. It's locked, but it's a door. Things like that. Just make it fun. Like, have as much fun with it as you want. And like, again, like, let's say, I perfectly investigate the door. And again, he says the locked door. I'm just going to use this as the prime example, a door, because again, rogues, doors, locked, we unlock them. We love unlocking doors. So if I go, right, okay, after my investigation, I go to unlock the door. And I roll, obviously, rogue being proficient in being able to open the door. He goes to me, okay, so you kind of jig around the lockpick and, you're there for a couple of seconds and eventually the door unlocks. But the door opens inwards towards you. It's just a brick wall. It's things like this that you could easily say. And like, let's say this blacksmith right here. I want to do an intimidation check because I want to get things cheaper or something like that. Then DM turns around to me and goes, okay, roll me an intimidation check. And I roll like a 5, which obviously doesn't beat it. He could then turn to me and go, okay, you try to intimidate the blacksmith, and he turns around and throws his forge mallet at you. Just because why not? It's funny. And you take, yeah, and like obviously the DM would turn around to me and go, okay, roll your damage. And like say he throws the hammer, I take 5 damage from it because I'm not wearing a helmet. I'm wearing a hood or, something leather because it's light armor build. It's little things like that you can add that just make no sense, but is really funny. Like, it's so, like, it can be simple to DM, but it can be also quite creative. But yeah, it can be creative, but it can be quite difficult to be creative, especially with certain things. So, like, if you have a player, or you are the player, your DM could kind of be thinking, shit, what do I come up with next? Like, that's the hard part. Like, you have to be so creative with trying to be a DM that, like, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it. So this is why I prefer to play as a character, because I know that like I can do stupid shit. So like, I remember we were going to one area in our campaign where there was essentially like Argonians from Skyrim. I can't remember the names of them. I'm trying to remember the name of them now, but they're basically just lizard people. And we were in their temple, and my character being a stuck-up rogue, I want to get rich, this, that, and the other. I went up to, I'm just going to call them Argonians for now, and just tried to stare them down, even though they're like, 8 feet tall, and my character was 4'2". So I stood on, essentially, the altar that they had in there, and again, tried to do an intimidation. Now, I completely failed because my intimidation level was really low. And they ended up killing us. Well, they killed me, but I ended up getting revived. We kind of played our campaign a little bit differently compared to how 5M, or sorry, not 5M, whatever the newest the newest D&D is that's out. Yeah, so like, it's silly mistakes that you can make, but it makes the game fun. Like, definitely do silly things in the game. It makes it funny. like in if you watch the Vox Machina um, on Prime or you watch the campaign, you see they take it serious, but they make it fun. So, like for instance, Sam Regal, I think his second name is, he just decides to come in with a jerry can as his drinking ornament. Now, this wasn't in the campaign. This was him physically doing this, but it had Matthew Mercer's face on it. Like the shit he comes up with and the stuff he does is funny. Now, I love him as a person. I think he's really creative and completely ridiculous. And also, like, in case you didn't know, like he had cancer quite a few times, and I'm so happy that he's beaten it. He's such a lovely person, and he'd be one person I'd love to meet. Like everyone in that campaign, I'd love to meet, especially like Matthew Mercer. He's such a hilarious person, and his creativity levels are insane. How how he just does things, how he comes up with the voices for his characters. Like I'd love to be that creative. Like I can't voice act. I don't know how. I'm going in circles, by the way, in the game because I'm rambling on so much. I know my plan was to obviously get food, better armor, and stuff, but I need to. Do I need? I need to progress to the newer areas. I'm going to explore this area for a little bit. Um. Again, I'm sorry, I'm doing loops because I'm rambling. I'm going to keep on rambling and doing loops because D&D is just something that's really fun and it's great to talk about. Like, it's just something that I've had a very big interest in, but only up until recently. I say recently in quotations because I've been looking at it for the past 3 years, and my wedding was primarily based around D&D. I know that's really cringy, but like it wasn't, we dressed up. We dressed up normally as you would at a wedding, but we kind of did it in more of like, um, what would you call it? Like, kind of like Vox Machina, that kind of era. We dressed up like that, not as in costume wise. We dressed up in, sorry, I went the wrong way. Like I wore a dress that, looked very Victorian, and my husband also did something that's very Victorian. So like, Percy, he's I can't remember his class, but it's a special class. We kind of dressed, similar to where he was from in D&D. The area, I can't remember the place that got taken over by, I'm not going to say that because in case you haven't gotten that far in the first season or haven't watched the first season in the animated series, but like his home city or town or whatever you want to call it. I need to look at the map to figure out where I'm going. Where am I? I'm here. I should go this way. Do you know what? I'm going to put a marker here so I know where I'm going. I should also highlight that in the journal. I actually need the alchemist. But yeah, we did it that kind of style where it was normal, but it was, you knew it was kind of D&D. Like each of our tables was one of the classes from D&D. So like our table, oh god, I can't remember. No, our table didn't have a class name, but we were the DM table. Okay, I'm going the wrong way. Wrong way, Jesus. I'm going the right way. Oh, watch, I need to go to thingy, the elixir well. Do I risk it and just go straight over? No, I need food. That's what I need to do. But yeah, that's how we did our wedding. It was silly, but we did it as like a casual, fun thing. And like for us to basically say yes, or sorry, do you take me for like to be your lovely brain? Basically, us saying yes to each other. Yeah, I'll take you to be my husband. I'll take you to be my wife. We rolled for initiative, which we thought was really funny. Like our spiritualist, she actually turned around to us, and like we obviously gave her, a script kind of to basically say, okay, you need to roll for initiative. Now we jokingly did it in a sly way that we both rolled. Sorry, that I rolled a natural 20 and he rolled a 3 or something like low, but not a nat 1 necessarily. And like our friend group who do play D&D and who do run their own campaign, thought it was actually quite funny and quite creative. Like, we even gave everyone a dice bag with a full set of dice, as well as a keychain with our initials on it, but it was done like the D&D logo. So we added in our own little bit of creativity, again making it our own D&D style wedding. And it was in essentially like an old Victorian house, but it was like a massive house with over a couple of hundred rooms in it. Rude. They're just grunting at me. But yeah, we did it in an area like that because, again, keeping with the whole D&D thing and the theme of it. When you say like a lot of black, my dress was actually black and white. Now, it was like a off kind of like charcoal kind of grey color, but it looked almost black because of how it sat. And he wore black and red because, again, keeping with that whole D&D thing. Also, hi sis. And it was a fun wedding. My sister, who is actually now in the chat, was there at our wedding. She was one of my bridesmaids, which I stuck her in red because, fuck her. She's probably gonna... I was expecting her to fully just give out to me for saying that. But no, yeah, going back on the whole D&D thing. Be creative about it, enjoy it, have fun with it. It's hilarious, it's serious, but you play it how you want to play it, especially as the DM. Or as the character. You run the campaign. Yous are the ones, giving the DM ammo to essentially make or break your campaign. And I've had many a campaigns broken because of, stupidity. Like, if you see something you're not necessarily familiar with, what's the first thing you're going to do? Especially when it's like, a big creature. Are you going to run up to it and stab it? Are you going to go poke it? Are you going to sneak around it and try and find the loot that's near it? Or are you just going to, poke and run? Because that's what one of my guys did, who was a Goliath. As for what class he did, I don't know. But it was a stupid mistake that ended up getting us all killed. It was funny though, because how we died, it was just complete ridiculous. Now, ask me how we died, I can't remember, but it was funny. It was a cool wedding, in fairness. It was ridiculous. And I know you can agree with that. Is it just me or these skewers, I can never say it properly, cooking very quick? Just let's see what buff they do. They're actually quite good. I need to go essentially. I need to go meat farming. But yeah, D&D is very fun. I'm also going to try and get my I kind of wanted to try and get my sister into D&D. She has dice. She stole a few extra dice sets. Isn't that right? Because I bloody know you did. In fairness, from my wedding, I ended up coming back with, I think, 26 dice sets. 2 pots. How many sets did you steal from my wedding? Oh, Lord of the Rings style wedding. It is essentially a D&D wedding because, again, that's what inspired D&D. I mean, if you think of it this way, Aragorn is, oh my god, a ranger. And he's literally classified as a ranger in the movies. Like, Sam is the OG, I'm just saying. Yeah, you did actually do a Disney and a Lord of the Rings one. I mean, I could tell by the music. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing right now. I'm currently walking around like a headless chicken because I'm ranting. And when I rant, ADHD takes over and I forget. I am going to do this, and I need to get salt for that. So actually, wasn't the salt mines here? So I'll put the ping. No, not ping. Not ping. Do the thingy. There we go. Okay, set a waypoint. This one has a waypoint. Okay. Before I go do that, I will take a quick 2 seconds and I will be back. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, so the dress color was like almost like a baby blue. It was like essentially like a kind of like if you've watched Lord of the Rings when they were all going to, I can't remember what the name of the other lands were, but when they were all like essentially parading to go down there, that color blue that most of the elves were wearing, or Erwin was wearing, her kind of that color. Yeah, her cloak color. I was trying to think of the name of it. Yes, The Undying Lands. Thank you very much. I've watched that movie so many times. I know it word for word, but I can never remember locations. Well, that specific location. Again, obsession with D&D. There you go. I was going to say you had a typo there for a second. Okay, I can get rid of this flame shrine, so I'll just fast travel there. Yeah, so like, if Necro, if you think of the necklace that Erwin gave Aragorn, my sister actually had that, and the earrings as well, which I kind of wanted to steal. Just saying, and I don't care about admitting that. Oops. I mean, in fairness, my sister's wedding was actually really good. Even the fact that both of my nieces were being thrown around the dance floor was quite funny. Her children. You know, weddings are great fun, but they're bloody expensive. I meant to make more food. I'm an idiot. See, this is ADHD at its finest. Also, I'm probably going to make the ward shields. Oh yeah, here's also another funny thing that my sister didn't say about her wedding. It's funny, but it's traumatizing towards me. So my sister decided she wanted to get sparklers. Yeah, mine blew up. Yeah, I ended up getting like really bad burns on my fingers. Now look, it was just a total accident, especially when something like that. So after me getting bandaged up by the staff who were actually lovely at the wedding, Fireball by what's the name? Pitbull played. I felt so insulted. Yeah, your photographer was a twat. What about John, my photographer? He was good. He was lovely. By the way, this was the area that I was actually planning on doing the base at. It's one of my favorite looking houses. I think there's more than one of these around the map. Not fireball. Fuck you, and fireball. Was pretty funny. See, this is actually where I was going to do it, because obviously you have the main house here. You have a small stable. Then you have the barn. As well as, I think... Oh, yeah, this as well. So, this building here I use as the alchemy table. There's a wolf coming over. This here I use as the alchemy place. This I use as the farmer's plot, which obviously makes sense given the size of it. I completely missed that. And here I used for the blacksmith. It was actually a pretty nice place to build in, and like it's not it's poorly centralized. Yeah, D&D is actually quite hard. Again, Renee, it depends on how you play it. Oh no, I'm stuck in the mud. It depends on what class you do. It depends on the DM and how harsh they want to be. Like, I know one of my husband's friends. He's actually a really good DM, but he's a harsh DM. The resistant. I should really use that. Like, he basically would tell you can't do that action out straight, or he'd tell you, yeah, that's not gonna work. Like, he's quite strict, but he's fair. When did you play Baldur's Gate? You keep saying you're going to play Baldur's Gate. I'd actually join you in playing Baldur's Gate. Again, I know it. Oh yeah, and also I've built over here. I use that actually as my main house, and I completely took this down. It took forever to take down. And yeah, you need a pretty good shrine, or flame... Yoki flame altar, that thingy. I'm clapping my hands as I'm saying it. Now, did I regret taking it down? Oh yeah, 100%. Oh no, he's empowered. I can't remember if these are weak to fire, but I should try it. Need them bones. Ooh, salt, free salt. Yeah. Sit on the chair when you read the book. Read the when I meant to read the book. It's like those videos some people accidentally like mix up words. A spork and noon. You know, spoon and fork. Or a can of Pringles. No. A Prina Kingles. That's what it was. Baldur's Gate is hard. It's worth the price. There is a lot to do in it. But you can obviously alter the difficulty. Like you can have a... Sorry. You can't have dice roll in your favor all the time. And it is totally based on a dice roll. Like, it's random if you hit something or if you don't hit something. I have these pants. I thought I heard thumping behind me. Knowing my luck, I actually did, but I'm just... Yeah, I did. Oh no. Well, I'll get this anyway. I think it's about 60 euros. Oh, great. Backpack's full. I should have really emptied that. Jesus. I don't need you. And don't need you. I'm going to keep you, but I'm not going to use you. I'm going to get rid of you. I deleted them instead of salvage them. Hi. Let's just stand up here and cheese you. Oh yeah, I forgot the door is actually open when you... Oh, I can't see. It's like Dark Souls when you get camera souls. Ow. Would you roll, please? No! I'm not actually taking that much damage from them. Just stand here and keep flinging at them. Yeah, I will salvage next time. That's just me being an idiot. Nothing new, do. Nakey. Could you not, you smelly bitch? Hello? Oh yeah, these are still like this. I don't know why they're like that, where you just walk into them. Because they're not a spawner or anything. Let me see what I can salvage now. Yeah, I don't care. I'm not going to keep it. These I can just delete some. Delete them. Because I ain't going to use them. Okay, right. I don't think you can salvage rings. I think rings are the one type of equipment that you can't actually do that to. I can check really quickly though, because I do have rings. Little buttons. Oh my god, how do I want to equip a ring? Can you want to equip a ring? Am I just completely missing it? Okay, let me check. You can! Wow, you never actually used to be able to do that. Because I remember you used to just have to... Yeah, you used to only be able to delete them. Like, it made no sense that you were only able to delete them. I mean, hey, more of the runes, the better. Also, speaking of runes, I'm going to refer to another game right now. Elden Ring. Do you call them runes? Or do you call them souls still? Because in my opinion, when it's a souls game or a from software, FromSoft game, it's always going to be soul. It's never going to be like runes or whatever they're called in Sekiro. I can't remember. Is Sekiro made from FromSoft? Because again, I just call them souls and that. Like, it's always going to be souls. I don't care. Also, another game that I can't wait for them to release updates is Windrose. Oh my god, that game is so good. Oh shit. Hurrah. I didn't even hit him, but yet he died. Or it just didn't register in my brain, which would make sense. Hello, any loot? I guess he died doing what he loved. Shitting. Oh, I see you. Hold on. Axe. Open. Hi, Alexis. Hola. Hey Alexis, would you like to see my house that you're not going to be bombing this time? I have to empty my inventory anyway, so I have to go back here. Oh, I took down a thingy so I can fast travel back here. Yeah, I'll put it right here. If I can. Crafting. You. Which you did in the world that we did play. The cheek of you. You did bomb it. In fairness, I did end up bombing your house. It's me, Jessica. What's that name? I thought it was, Rain. Okay, I'm gonna put salt in this thing. Because I need it. Right, okay. Inventory, management. Okay, boots. Equip because they are better than these yokes. And delete. One thing I do wish that they did in the updates for this game was your equipment, even if you craft it. Sorry, actually not craftable equipment. It's just like gear. You can't disassemble that into runes, can you? Because I understand obviously why you can't do it with loot that you find, like gear loot. There should be a way you should be able to do that with brain. Would you work? Sometimes that's actually better than this. That's better on cutting. Nuts. But yeah, there should be a way that you should be able to essentially, like the boots that I picked up, you should be able to like dismantle them into runes. I don't know if you can. I'm gonna try it. Okay, you can. Again, was that an update thing or not? Because I don't know. Is this bow better than my bow? My bow is actually upgraded, so rare, uncommon. We'll take that one. It's also faster draws. No, it's the same speed and draw. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I might upgrade some of the equipment that I have. I know I need rude. Yeah, one thing I hated about the game was when you have essentially what's happening outside my base, it stops you from placing things in a certain proximity to it, which is goddamn annoying. Okay, right. Brain, think. Me do what? Me do go back here after I sort out inventory. Because we full. Rude. I suppose it's just me, or does everyone else have a tendency of over-swinging whenever anything attacks? Also, I never noticed before when I was playing this that pressing or just dumps similar items in. Right, I do have meat. I don't need the magic at the moment, but the health regen would be nice, so... Hold on. I could do this in here. +3 on pride, and these two health regen. +3, +6. How does that make sense? So if I dried these berries, they're actually weaker. Okay, yeah, much longer duration, so I suppose kind of worth it. Just pop that in there and just... Okay, right. I don't need to make that. Okay, inventory done. These ones were... I'll cock it and find out. I think these are just the magic ones. Oh, small backpack. Yeah, I'm definitely going to make that. That's the wrong thing. Wrong button. Okay, these are... Okay, so that must mean that these ones, the other ones, manual crafting. These ones. I can only craft one, so might as well. I'm just gonna see what this one does, because I haven't actually... These are new. Where you go? And this one must be stamina. Yeah. I'm wondering, can you eat both of them? If I eat this one, can I eat this one? I know what I'm making. I have it not here. kill goats to get that meat, as far as I know, as far as I remember. These can go in here. Shift these. Right. It's okay, so just dump everything. Actually, no, these can go into... Wrong thing. These can go into the smaller chests. Could I? Well... Okay. My brain just got really confused there. I'm hitting control instead of shift. I keep doing that. I'll bring a health potion because I will need them. I also don't need to be bringing this many arrows. Or this many types of arrows. I'll bring bandages because again they're handy. I'm pretty sure I put food in here. So I'm going to do the health and stamina. What do I just do all of them? Yeah, they do move around now. I think you could... As far as I remember, you can actually change that now with the staff. But they don't wander. I'm just pressing every button that I'm... Brain buttons work, please. My coordination is just awful. Where was it? In here? Yeah. Okay, so Alex, as far as I remember, this, you can use it and change... Yeah, you can change the roaming there, if you see in the top right. Never mind, chat is in the way. But the meter is 10 range at the moment, so... You can change that. They only wander, like, a small bit, or don't wander at all. Let me check. Yeah, so that they stay put. I like to have them roam because it's just... better. No, not you. You are hopeful later. Oh, coins in here for some reason. I know I'm just dumping everything in kind of one area. I will upgrade something, so screw it. I know it's low level stuff, but I need to. Yeah, that's the one thing that I find very annoying is when you're trying to find them and you don't have the staff on you. I'm gonna upgrade a few little things. I'll do the boots though, because they're harder to find. Also, Alexis, did you know you can swim now? Because I found, like, I only found that out when starting this. I'm about to show you. I think it's, yeah, it's around here somewhere. There's like a lake around here. I know in the starting area up there, there's like a stream and you can actually swim in it. Let's see. Where am I going? Not that way. That way. I'm literally just gonna try to glide down there. Or wherever I see like water really close. No, that's all the way over there. But if you see right above my character's head, there's a pond. Yeah, you can swim under the water and it's pretty cool. But I am, however, this way. My glider is not good enough to go that way. Hence why I did the smart thing to put that there. But yeah, there has been a lot of new things added. Like there's, I think since when me and you played the dragon boss, his area I think has completely changed now. Like it's up in the sky, which is pretty cool. By the way, yeah, I know I did say I was gonna get better food. I have enough at the moment. I just want to get over to that there. This. It's not mine now. Oh no, it's in the depths. In the shroud. Genuinely, Alexis, when you plan on playing it again, let me know. Because the new things are pretty cool. There's new equipment as well, and also higher level. Because I think since we last played, the max level was 20 or 25. Location below. Now again, I can't remember if this place is shrouded over here. I also think there is more NPCs now. Hi. Ow. Ow. Gimme. Oh, you got the big meat. Hi. Ow. Do get back into it. It's, well, you don't remember how many hours we put into it when we were starting off. I got a shot. I'm gonna... Oops. I literally said, I'm gonna hit that as I hit it. At least I respawned, you're just down there. Down. Yeah, it's an amazing game, but how many times we died to stupid things like I literally just did. Rude. What? That did nothing. I mean, how could you not love the game? There's just... there's so much. Oh, I was hoping to knock him into that. A boom. Wow. How dare you block? Woo. Oh, okay, so they're resistant to that. After me only saying, oh, I don't know what they're resistant to. I thought it was already in full release, no. Yeah, I ended up hitting one of the, like, explosive barrels. After literally just saying, oh, I'm gonna die to the salmon diet, and then died. Can you... there. I mean, I wonder what they're gonna do for the, if I'm incorrect in saying it, I thought it was in full, but, yeah, I wonder what they're gonna do. Like, what they're gonna add to the game. Like, I'm wondering, are they gonna add in new areas, new NPCs? Possibly. I know there are actually quite a few in the game now. Sneaky, sneaky. But yeah, I genuinely thought the game was in full release, in fairness, when I played it quite, like, early on, with my friend Guardian in chat. We actually said, like, the game feels like it's already a full game. Like, there was so much to do to start with when they released it. mean, in fairness, they've done a phenomenal job, and I love the fact that they listen to the community and actually, update certain things that the community want. Like like I was saying on Instagram, that they added in like a walk key. So I need to. I did say I was going to do it, but I need to look at the key bindings and figure out what that key would be. Yeah, I really need to get the merciless strength. Yeah, the pikehead armor would be pretty cool. Like, I do love the fact that you can brain transmog things now. Like, one of my favorite armor sets, which is the one that you get in, like, I think it's area that's somewhere, like, up here. Really far up. It almost kind of looks like I don't know how you would say, like a Temu version of Sauron's armor. I love the fact that you can now, like, wear it as a cosmetic and wear really good armor. So that was like that was a really nice addition that they added, and I think it was well needed, because like you're going around with, like, let's say armor that looks like this, and you find something that looks better but is weaker. Like, at least you now have that freedom to mix match armors. I also can't remember if there was like a special chest or something up here in here. I'm gonna go back up because I'm pretty sure I completely missed it. I mean, it's a pretty cool armor set, and I know it's one of the older ones. I don't know about the newer ones, but it is one of my favorites. I did see before that there is a new cosmetic armor, two new cosmetic sets. One of them is like correct me if I'm wrong here, but like a Japanese or Chinese style kind of one, or Mongolian, one of them anyways. I'm not 100% on it, so obviously don't quote me on that. But I seen that, like, obviously one of them. Yeah, Northgard. Yeah, that's what I was trying to remember the name of it. There's our chest. These gonna go off? Ooh. And then I think the farmer, she has another set, and it looks like an explorer set. I love that one. I think it's just a nice, like, simple one. Yeah, thanks. Here's all of us just like, what was the name of it again? It is one that I obviously do plan on getting, and you know, when I'm of level, I will be getting it. Oh, I really wonder what that sword would look like. I'd say it's pretty cool looking. Also, I think there was a... I'm gonna go over this because I don't know what it is. Yeah, just that waypoint. I meant to actually select it properly. I'm gonna do the broken thing and actually just glide up this mountain. And double jump just took over. Okay, that worked. Yeah, that was one of the things I was saying in the last stream. You can get up any cliff as long as you have a glider and double jump, or just a glider. Is that it over there? Will I die? Yep. Okay, I gotta go straight down. Oh no. Oh, that was close. I'm gonna just heal. I'm gonna stand still for a second because I'm probably gonna get killed pretty quickly. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna stand still. I'm indecisive. I have ADHD. Leave me alone. No. hey, you know, let's make it fun. Just enjoy the school run, sis. I'm glad I jumped over that. I don't even care about taking damage there. At least I have a few skill points to spend now. What are you doing up there? You hoy. Bye, driver. Is this a cool sword? Yes, that's the sword I actually wanted because it's a light source too. Right, where are you? 17, max level, 14, and not max level. Perfect. Right, this one, 9 fire. Yeah, I have a legendary one. I don't need that one. Okay, right. Each goal. Nearly missed it. It was only bombs, it didn't really matter. They're always handy to have. Bye! Yes, I did. Scottish memes are just the best. Or would they be classified as memes, or would they have technically been vines at that time? Also, one of my favorite ones that I just unintentionally stim is, how much does that watch set you back? Or sweet Rolex set you back? An hour. But the stim for me is the an hour. Okay, at least I got a good sword. Or hocus pocus, there's pizza on your focus. Oi! Jesus, calm down. Dickhead just oi!
Speak up.
Okay. Right. See, this is something that just didn't make sense to me in the game. So, the blacksmith, lockpicks, manual crafting, lockpicks. Why does the blacksmith have this if you can handcraft it? Don't make sense to me, but hey ho. Oh, okay, so I can craft it now. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Oh, it would be a better level though. Hold on. What level is this? Level 3. Level. Yeah, but it's only a rare one. Whereas the one that I have is a legendary. So you're saying you want to look like his character model? My character is, I think, level 6 now. Yeah. Yes? Sorry, wrong thing. Where do I see my level? I think I'm level 6. I think. Geek sauce. Shut up. Alexis, I started a new character, okay? This is what I want to know, isn't it? That's what I want. Because do more damage. Not at the moment, I don't need that one. Don't need the fisherman one. Like I kind of have a build in mind, so. What's wrong with a halfling hobbit? Isn't the one... This is the food buff one, so I might actually just get the last one of that. And just throw the next one into... See, to me, this one's useless if you're playing solo. So, no tango. Yeah, I'll do parry power because I actually do parry quite a lot. Bear in mind, my class that I've said I want to do, I probably won't do it. Or I'll probably just do something entirely different. Now, I don't normally do tank builds, and that's kind of something I stuck with. The first time I ever done a tank build, I just got bored with it because you're just kind of killing everything really quickly and you're taking very little damage. Now, I know obviously there's people that like that build. Me personally, I don't. I think it's just boring. Like, oh, let me walk in where there's like 20 enemies and walk out with like 20% of my health, not even 20% of my health gone. Like, it's just something I don't particularly like. More salt. Like, obviously I don't mind taking damage. I prefer to have my character die than survive everything. Yeah, I'm doing the wrong thing. You know, like, realistically, like when you're playing games, I like to play, but not realistically. There's nothing realistic about it or this game. Dried berries again. But yeah, I don't like being a tank. I just find them so unsatisfying. Whereas like you go into an area and you know, you could just start popping shots as either a mage or an archer. Like when an enemy starts getting close, you're like, oh shit, I'm gonna die now in about 20 seconds. So yeah, that's why I don't really do tank builds. They're just not fun. They're not really satisfying. You know, there's no kind of what's the word? There's no kind of like reward for beating an enemy. It's 228 here, Alexis. You don't need to be a tank, Alexis. And I will emphasize on that. Because like, go into an area and, you know, pick a class that's actually fun. So what if you die? Who's the blah 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 blah? Yeah, I want to craft a few of them. No, I'll do that, and then I shall craft the corn ones I was doing. Yep. Yeah, I keep going into the workbench for crafting things you can manually craft. Yeah, tank building when exploring makes sense because you don't know if you're going to go into a high level area. Like, especially in this game, you know, you could get through a few things quite easily, but you come across that one group that's, you know, 2-3 levels ahead of you. You're more than likely not going to kill them unless you're a tank. See, for farming, I just don't bother. I don't even like take health foods because like depending on what the game is. So let's say this, for instance, enshrouded. Like where I'm currently building my base, I'm not going to be attacked, and there's not going to be high level enemies. Like my health as a standard is pretty high. Now I am playing with a slightly higher percentage. I think I'm on. I nearly burnt that. I think I'm on 150, so just 50% extra health or 1.5. Again, like I don't need the foods. I'm not going to be attacked too often. Stamina, I will do. I'll eat foods for stamina because again, you're using a lot of stamina in farming, or for like Valheim. I will, however, eat my, you know, go-to foods or whatever my best food may be, because the raids, like, you're gonna get destroyed on a raid, which is no fun, especially after oh, what was the boss? The one that can fly. I can't think of his name. Her name, actually. But her raids after you defeat her. It's the little dragon bastards. I can't remember the name of them. It's them that are coming over, and when you have a base built and you have like uh essentially like chickens and stuff like that, so obviously you need to go to the, what are they called, the plains. When you go to the plains and obviously do your tower, and you get raided by her little shits, because I can't think of the name of them. You know, they're gonna kill the chickens because as far as I remember, they prioritize what you have in your base. My base is actually copied. I have no problem admitting that I've copied this from someone's YouTube video. Again, I'm gonna say his name. It's Zero Stir Builder. The cost to build a house was Brain, sorry, I'm looking at the piece of paper that I have. Wood blocks 5,000, stone blocks 1,300, fiber blocks is 1,700. So it's not overly expensive, assuming you could make, you know, quite a lot quite fast. So, you know, and it's a nice shape, and like I was saying, like I'm gonna expand on this specific base. So even though yes, it is a copy, I'm going to basically transform it into my own type of base, so that I can basically say, yeah, I copied the template for it, but I've built up for it using my own ideas. So like I was saying, like, you know, having like a little porch area. I'll just change over to the bow if I can do this. Having a little like porch area, so extending this out a good bit, or like a bit, and having on top of it completely flat, so no roof. To basically be a balcony. Then on the back, I'd bring obviously the roof up first, so this whole part would go straight across, and it'd be the second level, or technically third level. Roof going to be obviously pushed up. The back then would be another kind of like small extension. I missed blocks. I missed acing three blocks there. Whoops. But yeah, the back here would be, you know, obviously a lot longer. I could even do it that, you know, the center here is still the same, but right here is extended, and the same with right here. And obviously bringing the roof back as well. So, you know, there's the reason why I like to copy certain things, and especially when I don't really have an idea in mind, is because, you know, you get the template and then you build on that template. Also, I should probably start working towards the boss, assuming that I have pretty good stuff now. Sure, I might try and kill him now. After I make a better shield. I still need to get better armor, Jesus. And yeah, I know there isn't anything wrong with copying people. At the end of the day, why did they put the videos up in the first place? Why did they make it a, you know, what's the word? Like a let's play? You know, for certain things, like for Minecraft, for ages when I was starting off with it. Back in, I think, early 2013, when there was very little in the game. I just made like a box house. Then when more updates started to come out, I started to watch like a few videos. So one of my favorite types of building is like making an outline with spruce wood. So the frame of the house will be made out of spruce wood. Then the inner layer, so like again at the front of my house, see the way I have the stone and then the wood on the inside, it'd be the opposite way. So the stone would be on the inside and the wood would be on the outside, so it would be the spruce wood. And then the second level, again, would be the spruce wood on the outside, but I'd use the newest block, or not the newest block, but the block you get from the crystals, that white block. You know, make it look like the houses that are in this game, you know, the farm kind of houses. Oh, yeah, I did activate them properly. Okay, I'm going to make this shield, so I'm going to pin it. I'm sure I have enough for it. I could also... Oh, I have the wizard. I can make the ward shield. But yeah, copying people's builds, there's nothing wrong with it, especially when they're posting it. And, you know, giving instructions. And, like, even if, like, let's say, for me, I watched a group called Hermitcraft. You know, the guy I watch is Impulse SV. He's done, like, a few builds that I've actually kind of copied a little, or took inspiration from, and that's the thing. It's all about giving people inspiration to do bigger builds and better builds. And like, what better thing to do than, as funny as it is, copy. Uh-huh.
Greetings, Flameborn.
Oh yeah, that's where you get them in the hollows. Okay. Eternal magic. Yeah, I know about them. Sorry, I kind of skipped through them pretty quickly. I didn't mean to do that so fast. I could have just quit it to actually show that. But yeah, like, see, in my opinion, like, copying people, it helps build creativity in yourself. This is what I want to make. I think it's what I want to make. Fucking drains stamina. Okay. Yeah, I'll make that one instead, actually, because the word shields are actually quite fun. Also, I would stream Minecraft, but my issue, and I know it's really petty, but like, again, I don't know how to say it, but like, there's so many people that stream it that I think it would be saturated, and it would not be fun. Well, it would actually be fun, but you know, you could watch literally anyone and get. I have to kill the banshee. Okay, yeah, I'll just make the normal shield first. Me being a goober. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a second. Okay, so string and logs. Yoink. I am, however, going to take these out because I need to make the milk. Where you at? There you at. And where to put? Do you know what? I'll put it in here with the other stuff. Stick it right there. Okay, right. I need to get more strong. Just take them out because I'm going to burn them down anyways. I was about to do it. I was about to open the crafting table to literally craft this. Good thing the blacksmith is lazy. Okay, right. Shield. Pop. You. I crafted that. How can I? Okay. Fair enough. Oh. I do need to make a new bed though for him. Balthazar. Just trying to see here. Yeah, I don't have any eternal things made. One more shrine. One. Okay, right. Inventory dump. And pop these in here. Check, where's the bone meal? What's that? Ah, so you do actually use rubble. Okay, I thought rubble had like no use whatsoever. Also, the one thing that is going to be very fun and very grindy is flax. No matter what game it is, I hate collecting flax. Yeah, I know, farmer, you can just keep renewing it. I should probably make like gloves and boots. I am probably gonna make them from him. Should I do his gear though? Wow, you actually need to kill these guys. Not for that though. Okay, I really wish there was like a tab to see your equipment. Hmm. Yeah, I might make the chest piece now, actually. Because I'm pretty sure I have the equipment for it. Sorry, the thingies for it. Should also take some of that out. Make some more charcoal. I should take a smaller stack, not that one. Yoink. Again, it's just handy to have an abundance of literally everything. What's new here? Wood acid. Okay. Okay, so they all literally use the same thing. Huh. Handy. Oh, did I have? Did I have? No, I didn't. Okay. Plop the metal in here, because scrap metal kind of becomes obsolete, useless after a certain point, as I remember. Okay, right. Animal fur, resin, and active mycelium. Do I have that much? I know I have some, I just don't know how much. Food one. I have 12. Well, that's no good. Oh, more bones. Actually, I should probably keep some bones because I know later on you can actually craft out bones. I'm organized, but also very disorganized. Okay, so more string and let me see. I did. Why is he grunting?
Huh?
And a bit. Have enough? Yeah, right. I'm pretty sure I can get mycelium over here. What? Hello? Okay, okay. I can hear them walking. Hi. What? Oh my god. Stupid. Ooh. Sorry, I was trying not to step in that. I don't know why that mattered. It didn't. Also, yeah. Chests respawn now. Chests don't respawn now. Okay. How did I get stuff from chests that I already looted? I suppose it's probably too close to my base. That's not more. Yeah, so it's good that they've actually made certain things more useful. So again, last time when I was playing the armor set that I'm currently making there, you didn't even need the mycelium. You could actually just make it with like the basic resources. I thought that was just an enemy there. What? Okay, I'll just go down to the other area down here. I am gonna make this chest piece and then I go for the boss today. Again, I don't know when I'm gonna end the stream. Will I end it soon? I don't think so, but we're coming up on 2 hours. Which would be one of my longest streams. I missed. What? I didn't miss. Whee! Yeah. What is rock? I fell. It didn't really matter. Right. So I know that there is a good bit of mycelium over this way. Ooh, camera went weird. Yeah, the merciful attack is so handy. Words. Yeah, so I just need to go over there for the boss anyway, so. He's just dead, dude. Okay, I have enough. I'm gonna get more though, because if more pieces require it, well then. La 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 la. Okay, that'll do for now. I know that's not a lot. Owie. It'll do though. What? No, 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 no. Oh, I'm lazy. I'm just do this. Okey-dokey. Right. Where he at?
Hey!
Hey. Okey-dokey. Righty. Bum, bum. Okay. Right. So I'm pretty sure I should kill some banshees first, just because the extra piece of gear and the better protection on it. Hold on. I should set one the other piece of gear as the active pin. Oh, easy. He was coming outside. Helmet, anyways. I'll do a dump off though. Right. I'm just gonna put it in this chest just because, not in my inventory. Just because it's easier to get it when I need it. Oh, well, whoops. Take that out though because I will actually use them. There. This one. These can go down here. That can go in there. Right, okay, repair the gear. That's not the crafting table. Oh, actually, how much for the 4? I think I've only 2? Yeah, I've only 2. Right there. Oh yeah, you need 3 per. Okay, you go there, you go there. Perfect. Yeah. Okay, so how much is in there? Okay, I think. Where would the banshees be? Wrong button. Okay, right. So I have to get 2 of them, I think. One for the let me check. One for the gloves, and one for the helmet. I think the boots that I have on are these boots. Yeah, they're actually a higher level. Blacksmith, where he? one thing I was considering doing was when I end the stream today. I'm saying that in quotations because my plan is to do maybe 2 today. So this one and obviously another one, but a little bit later on, just because you know, a long stream can be quite tiring and I need to eat and I don't fancy streaming on mute. Oh, I could have easily slid down to my death. Let me check down here. Hello? I never equipped my bow. Hold on. That way I can just go. Ooh. Come on. Ow. Why I'm not in proximity to that thing? Why was I taking more shard damage than I should have been? What's this? Okay, just shard liquid. Liquid. It's only 8. Purple. Give me all your goodies. Oh. Bug dust. Could those drums stop? Each one I killed on her is bram. Oh wow, no shroud, literally right here. Strange. As far as I remember, that used to be fault mine. I'm not gonna go over now because I might make an attempt on the boss. Just because I've been saying it for a bit that I need to do it and well, haven't done it. What? What? The blue. I'll respawn there. What? Dory, I know there's a chest here. Never forgot. That's exactly what I wanted to make. And it's purple. Yeah, there we go. I don't think, you can't parry with these, I don't think. Yeah, you can. 13, what's the same? I also noticed that certain loot things have changed. So for instance, the thing that I wanted to make that I just picked up, the ward, or, you know, the ward, that, when I played it, never spawned there. So it's good to see that certain things have loot changes. Now I know, obviously, certain things won't change. He's gonna be easy. Watch, I'll die in one hit. Ow. Oh, this he hurt. They don't block very well. I did also up the boss's damage. So that's funny how, well, he didn't do that much. Well, he did. Now, obviously, I have pretty okay food buffs at the moment. For now. I don't know why I jumped right into that. Also, I was always curious as to, is there hidden loot in these areas? Because, well, they could do that. Oh, that was silly of me to just charge straight down there. I'm just gonna check because I can't remember if there is more loot. No, no. this here. Hello. Don't worry, I'm not that silly to jump into that. I know it's essentially instant death. At least I got the boss kill though. So that's good. Gem Forge. I don't need to go there just yet. What's this? Building blocks, spring length, building blocks. Okay, it's just the same thing twice. Yeah. Do you know what? Oh, this is new. Huh. That's pretty cool. Oh, so tell... Okay. So, again, like, windrows, you can, like, see what's in the area. Ah. These are quest things. Okay. That's pretty cool. That was actually really cool. I did not know that. Where do I see it, though? That's cool. Sorry, I'm just having a look here. I didn't obviously know things like these. Fair enough. Okay. Well, look, at least I can go to the new area now. But I know I definitely need better gear. Right. I'm gonna put this on because I do want to do that now. Okay, so what do I need? I need enshrouded wood, which I can't remember where I put it. Most here. Right. Enshrouded liquid done. Bones, I knew I needed them. Good thing I didn't grind them all down. Spark, a few of them. Animal fur, I do have that in the other chest, and resin. Where are the resin? Did I dump it in here? I did. Resin's done. Animal fur. And what's next? Any boon. And I have him. Perfect. At least I have a bigger build area. And as far as I remember, you also... Oh, I do have 3. I can't do level 3. Okay. Cool.
Our fire
Tree.
burns.
Yeah. So this would be the carpenter. Wouldn't it? Or did I just completely misread that? Right.
A pleasure to see you.
Another day, another chance.
Probably pointless because you don't even get base raids unless you just want to fuck with friends. Which, hey, fair enough. Oh, actually, I have 2 animal fur. I might make them carpets. Funk. I know I didn't need to make 2, but I will. Okay, right. I'm gonna put 1. Oh, and rotate that. Do that. So what is my rest at now? No. 10. Okay. Yeah, I know I only needed to put down the 1, but 2 is always better than 1. I know you can make the bigger one. Don't worry, I know. I just wasn't bothered. So, right. Boss is dead. That's good. So we've done that objective, which was set for today. We do have slightly better gear and better weapons. So again, another objective done for today. We did gain a new NPC right beside me. We didn't decorate the base, technically. I mean, putting down a carpet, that's not decorating the base. We did explore quite a bit over this side. Not really too much, but again, I do plan on coming back to streaming later on today. Yeah, we're gonna go to a new area probably later on, so the farmer, who is, in my opinion, the best NPC in the game. Mainly because there's so many better foods you can make. So that would be what I'm going to be doing next, is getting the farmer. I will explore the new area as well. So yeah, that'd be fun. We did get what we needed to done today. So again, I might do a part 2.2, I suppose. I'll see how I feel. But yeah, I might jump whoever is on the stream. I might jump you onto someone else. So in other words, I'm just gonna raid someone and you're gonna join them, I think. So right, have fun, guys, and I will see you later.